Hey everybody, Tim Sisler with Matt Taylor, and today we got Andrew Lazaer of the Market Bar. He's going to tell us a little bit about what it's like being down there in the Cohatch and what it's like running that bar. Andy, how's it going?
Hi guys, it's going well. Yeah, like I said, having a pretty productive day today. Worked on some really intricate accounting work. I'm trying to get used to that with the new business.
Right, sounds exciting.
Doing well.
So
yeah, that's just part of the business.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Market Bar. The Market Bar is a brand new concept in Springfield. It's a handcrafted cocktail bar meant to elevate the field. We offer freshly squeezed citruses, and we're smoking glassware, and we're providing the best cocktails around in this town. And it's about time that Springfield had more of an upscale experience in a bar scene.
Absolutely, I agree. And I love the creations you guys come up with. That Smoky Bear is one of my favorites. I went down there the other day, and Joel made me a Monte Carlo, and then we came up with some drink. It's with that purple gin. It was a
Empress.
Ginlet. Yeah. It was so good. I haven't had a bad drink down there. So, and the beer. I mean, you guys have so many different options for beer down there that it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. Thanks for the compliments on the cocktails. We take a lot of pride in creating those. The Smoky Bear you mentioned, that was such a hit during the winter. The Smoky Bear is it's an old-fashioned style cocktail. So we like to use different mixing tools and things like that when we make our drinks. We try to do them the most traditional way. The Smoky Bear just happens to be an old-fashioned made with maple syrup, black walnut bitters, and some orange bitters. And we were using a rye whiskey in that cocktail. And when it's finished, we pour that over a really rather large rock with an expressed orange twist and Luxardo maraschino cherry. And the special thing about that one is we top it with a little bit of a really smoky Lafroig 10 Scotch. That's going to be your first sip when you try that drink. And the idea is that when you get finished with that drink, you're going to have a little bit of a pop of maple syrup to prepare you for your next cocktail. So
I love it.
Yeah, it's a great drink, and we should be able to provide that to everyone year round as long as we continue getting this Vermont maple syrup.
I keep missing you every time I go in there, but I would like to have you making one of those sometime.
You're missing out.
You'll love it. It's such a great cocktail, and we make so many others as well. There's a little bit for everyone when you come down to the Market Bar. It's a diverse menu. We create seasonal menus. We're actually rolling out our spring menu here in the next week or so. I've been working on that the last week or two with my lead bartender, Joel Shear. Shout out to Joel. Joel is such an asset to the team. You mentioned, Tim, that he was working with you on making a couple of really cool cocktails. That Empress Gin Gimlet, you said, that's a really fun drink. Joel is my right-hand man. We are nothing without our team here, with the success that we have. We have a really strong team that we really centralize around. And Joel is just an absolute asset to that team.
Absolutely. I mean, I totally agree. Every single one of the bartenders you have down there can make just as good a drink as the other one. So
that's great.
That's the
idea.
They have their signatures. I totally understand that, but they all know exactly how to make each one of the recipes. So
that's
never
great.
had a bad that.
That's a testament to what we're trying to do. In the food service industry, in any restaurant or bar, as far as they are concerned, consistency is always so important. And so it's really true that if a customer comes into the bar, they can receive the same cocktail, no matter who the bartender is. I mean, if we keep going the way we're going, I'm not even going to be like Joel's going to surpass me, and he's going to be the best bartender in this town. I don't know if anybody feels that way. A lot of people try to tell me that. I just try to be a humble guy. I know some other bartenders that have retired that are certainly much better bartenders than I ever will be. And one of them is sitting right here on this camera here, Matt Taylor, in that soft plaid.
Well, what you're doing, honestly, is so innovative and creative, and like I wouldn't even be able to work behind your bar without some training, because what you're doing is just so really cutting edge, and it's awesome. It wasn't things I was, classically trained on behind the bar or anything like that, but I think it's really cool. I was reading your menu the other day, and I think it's a really neat concept how you have different drinks, created by different people, and you've taken some out of some classic drink books, which I think is really cool and throwback. It's just a really neat concept. I can't wait to come down and try some of those. So.
Yeah. Just don't try to drink the whole menu all at once. You may have to Uber home.
No, nobody wants to see that.
That's a challenge.
I have been to the North High Tap Room. Alex is over there. He's really great. A lot of good beers over there. So I've enjoyed several of the beers.
Absolutely.
I've enjoyed some sushi on Monday nights.
Oh
and
yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. That Sushi Monday.
That's great.
Oh yeah.
That's a great addition to Mondays.
For sure. It brings me out for sure. I mean, it's so good.
Yeah,
But
and that was
then
the idea.
And I get a drink. Just Monday, I was there for the sushi, and I got a few drinks. Maybe just.
Yeah, that's the idea. We wanted to try to utilize that industrial kitchen, the shared kitchen that we have inside Cohatch here, inside this space, because it's such a large market and market space with all these other food vendors. And Monday nights are just a perfect night for a small business such as Say's. He's trying to start up his own sushi business downtown, perhaps. And I think it's just amazing for us to collaborate with him and try to grow together. It's sort of a mutual benefit. Say comes in and he creates all this really interesting sushi offerings right in our space with the North High Brewery tap room that I'm also general managing, and then as well as the market bar. That space is all shared in collaboration, and it's just perfect. Coming in and having all these friendly faces in the building, sharing sushi together, and being able to experience a nice cocktail or craft beer from North High Brewery. So it's been a lot of fun. I think we've done 6 weeks in a row, and we're going to continue that.
Yeah, and I mean it's a good place to come down and have a drink and a good conversation.
Yeah.
I really like going down during the summertime when you can. I never thought I'd say it, but you can drink whiskey in an alley, and it's exciting and fun.
Yeah.
And I love it. So it's one of my favorite things to do during the summer.
And you guys also, like, you launched this project like almost simultaneously with the start of the COVID pandemic. Can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges and such that you faced in the last year with the different kinds of restrictions and such?
Yeah, it was rather interesting. Rod Hatfield and I have been talking for about a year's time about a new concept in Springfield, and we were just looking for the proper location to launch that. And once we struck a deal with Cohatch and we were able to move in here and provide the market bar concept with live entertainment as well, we prepared that business model several months before the pandemic ever even started. And so, I had left my position across the street from the Courtyard Marriott with Mela Urban Bistro after 8 years, and in a large leap of faith, starting a new business beginning of 2020, and we were poised for success until there started to become some issues with a lingering idea of a pandemic. What even was a pandemic before that hit us in March? So it was really challenging. We had to pump the brakes on the operation. We were set to open at the beginning of April of 2020, but since March 15th had hit and the shutdown began, we just had to put a couple of months, hunker down and just halt those plans and start in June when things began to open back up with small businesses and bars and restaurants downtown. It's, to be honest with you, I took those couple of months and actually spent so much time with my family and with my children and with my partner, Emily. And it was really precious time for me. I was sort of in limbo. I didn't have a job. I was waiting to start my new business. And I was really able to just focus on some other priorities in my life, that which are my family, and we never got to spend so much time together ever before, and it was really sort of a blessing. And I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way. And during that time, I also was able to read a lot, and I did a little bit more research and preparing myself for starting this bar company and the new concept, and really sharpening the blade in preparation for June. And so those were some of the benefits that actually I was able to take advantage of during the pandemic shutdown. And of course, that included a lot of new ideas for how to execute this properly. We had to certainly follow CDC guidelines and try to be as safe and clean and as responsible as we could while opening up a new bar for our guests in Springfield. And therefore, we took away all of our bar stools. We weren't able to put any bar stools out at the bar. We had to restructure how we were placing all of our tables in the shared space in the market and in the exchange. The exchange is the small room in the front of the Cohatch that houses our entertainment. There's a small stage in there we have live entertainment Fridays and Saturdays. But all of that was just really an adjustment and a challenge in itself to try to properly do that while being mindful of the pandemic and the fact that we did not want to spread the pandemic or be super spreader space. We had to be very diligent about how clean we kept things and spacing tables out and making sure that we masked up and provided hand sanitation stations throughout the building. And it was just sort of a new way of doing things. So there were certainly were some challenges when we first started.
Especially for a new business, like you said. I mean, it was just getting started when all this hit, but you're still able to, maintain the course and actually get to where you're at now. So what time are you guys open? When can people come see you?
Thanks for asking. So we operate Monday through Saturday. Now there are 2 bars inside of Cohatch. The Market Bar is my concept, and we are open from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And keep in mind that we are doing live entertainment fairly regularly. We have stand-up comedy every other Wednesday night, starting at about 8:30 p.m. There's a sign-up sheet, and any of you guys, Matt Taylor, I know you're kind of a funny guy. Tim, you're funny as well. Anybody has a shot at signing up and doing a stand-up bit. It's been really fun. And then sometimes we have live music on Thursdays. I know tonight we have a performer. And then we have live music every Friday and Saturday, and that's usually around 8 p.m. from 8 to 10.
Okay.
And then North High Brewery has its separate set of hours. It's expanded a little bit outside of that 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. of those hours. So North High Brewery is open from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday and Tuesday with the Market Bar. However, Wednesday, North High Brewery does open up for lunch at noon and does stay open until we close at 11 p.m. And that kind of helps, with some of those folks who come in to eat at Painted Pepper or at Crust and Company for a nice pizza, somebody that wants to grab a chicken and waffles at Ironworks Cafe, or a delicious salad from Tech Industries Fresh Abilities. You can also come in on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday and grab yourself a nice cold pint of suds to enjoy with your lunch, with your friends. Or if you have friends or family that are visiting from out of town, it's just a perfect place to take somebody in Springfield to sit down and enjoy that. So North High is also open until midnight on Friday and Saturday. And Saturday mornings, North High opens at 11 a.m. Also for the farmers market. We are proud to sort of host as that happens in the alleyway during the warmer months of the year. So anybody is more than welcome to come on down and enjoy a cold beer or a nice cocktail during those hours.
Nice.
Excellent. Cool.
So what upcoming events, anything exciting you'd like to tell us about coming to Cohatch or the Market Bar anytime? I know you said you're rolling out a new menu. Any other things that are coming around the bend that we should know about?
Well, it's It's actually there are a few things that we have up our sleeve. I'd really love it if Rod Hatfield were here right now. Rod Hatfield is certainly the creator of all of our entertainment opportunities. He's the programmer of all of our events, and we do talk quite a bit about certain possibilities that we have, especially once this pandemic does lift up. But we have been doing sort of a routine Friday night singer-songwriter night featuring several different artists. We've gotten creative there, and then Saturdays tend to be more of an opportunity for us to house bands and quite a nice live jazz culture that we've carved out in Springfield that has been absent for quite a long time. But I can't necessarily state those secrets that we have under our sleeve for this summer, but stay tuned. We've got a couple of ideas for some art, perhaps out in the alleyway. We've got some ideas, perhaps showcase a few movie nights, and there may be a festival or two coming down the pike this year.
Well, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
listen, Andrew, it's good having you. Before we get out of here, I got to ask you, who's playing this weekend?
So this weekend, it's First Friday. So we have Eric Thompson performing Friday night. He's a singer-songwriter, creates all of his own material, throws in a few covers. He's an amazing singer, and we've been so lucky to provide a venue for him to sharpen his blade just before he plans to move to Nashville, Tennessee here in the next month or so, or month or two. So Eric Thompson is performing Friday night, and I believe that's from 7 to 9 p.m. So come on down and enjoy yourself some entertainment. The entertainment's free. We just want you to come in and drink and enjoy yourselves, be with friends and family, and we do it safely. Saturday, we have a band that's performed here one other time. They are called Dave and Friends, and they're sort of a college indie rock band that are pretty fun, that I think a lot of people will also enjoy. And I believe they're set to perform again at 7 o'clock. I think from 7 to 9 p.m. So come on down and enjoy that live entertainment.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And where can people find you as far as social media? If we wanted to look up the Market Bar, I mean, go ahead and throw those details out.
Thank you. Yeah, our website is themarketbar.live, and you can follow us on Facebook at The Market Bar, and on Instagram, our Instagram tag is themarketbar.live. And please follow us. We've got lots of cool photography and really great videos provided by Hatch New Media. Rod is behind the photograph portion, and Brian Traylor, his business partner with Hatch New Media, is behind the video. Yeah, definitely come in, check us out, follow us on all those platforms.
Yeah, we'll be sure to put the links in all the description of this video.
Okay, great.
Cool. Well, thanks for hanging out and chatting with us.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And I look forward to your future success when this weather breaks and the pandemic is gone and behind us. I think you just have greatness all over in that spot. I think it's going to blow up. So I look forward to that for you.
Absolutely. And guys, if you're free, come on down this weekend and buy me a beer. I'll be there Friday and Saturday night. So
Nice.
see you guys there.
Hey, thanks guys for giving me the opportunity, and I love you both so much. I'm really glad that we're friends, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Great to catch
Yeah,
up with you,
absolutely.
man.
All right,
Talk
take
to you
care.
later.